before we get into our excitement, what we're expectations, I kind of want to just help out the people a little bit, because it doesn't direct you to Starfield's DLC. So there are a few things that you actually have to do before you can start up the DLC. And I kind of want to just point people in the right direction so you're not as frustrated as I was, because I'm like, it's not in the menu. It's not in my missions. What the F? What's going on? Is it downloaded? Yes. Once it downloads, and you'll see, you're going to get almost a 19 gig update for Starfield. And hopefully you did pre-install, like I did, the DLC. And believe it or not, that didn't happen on its own. I literally had to go into the game, into what I had, what DLCs and attachments, and find it, click on it, and say download. So again, I usually have automatic downloads. For some reason, it didn't. But I did pull a story, and I got to give credit where credit is due. There's a lot of people that have reported on this. IGN has done one. GameSpot has done one. The one I decided to use was Game Rant, and I do like Game Rant. For the most part, I do like what they write, how they write over there. Every now and again, they get a little clickbaity, which I'm not a big fan of. But this particular story, again, when I use a story, I do want to give credit where credit is due. So the story that I pulled is, in fact, from GameRant.com. It was written by Christopher Norman Worcester. So, of course, I don't know the name. I'm not familiar with Christopher's work, but it's a well-written article, and it does break down exactly what we're here to do. According to the article, starting the Shattered Space DLC in Starfield will be a relatively simple process. And while it seems that the expansion is set up to allow easy access to both old and new players, Bethesda does have a level recommendation for all players: the basic steps for starting the DLC known as Shattered Space. And this is what it says, folks, and this is super important. To begin the Shattered Space expansion, players must complete the first mission of the main quest called One Small Step. So most of us have done it. I've done it. I obviously I completed it after I started my New Game Plus. Most people have done it, but if you're new to Starfield, let's say, for instance, you were just waiting for the complete package, in order for you to unlock the DLC, you have to at least complete the mission called One Small Step. Now, after completing One Small Step, the next unused, no story or random event system grab jump that you do, meaning that you go to a new planet or you gravity jump with your spacecraft, you will trigger a distress call, and this will lead you to what's called the Oracle. It is a giant star station that serves as the launch point for Shattered Space. And you'll know it when you see it, because it's just ginormous. So that's how you get it. So again, folks, if you're starting Starfield for the first time, let's say, for instance, you completed the game, and now you're doing your New Game Plus with Shattered Space, you have to at least do the One Small Step mission, and your next gravity jump will take you in front of this massive space station, and you'll see the distress call, and then you will go answer it, and that is exactly how you start the Shattered Space DLC.